Did you really flop a set? Really? What's up, everybody? Back at Spades, opening up a new table. I decided to buy in for $400 today, and let's get right into this action. First hand I get involved in, got a straddle under the gun, and the next to act raises to $12. I look down at ace-queen offsuit, and I 3-bet to $35. Older gentleman to my left cold calls, the big blind and the straddle call. The original raiser folds. 4 ways to a flop that comes ace 3-5 with 2 spades. It is checked to me, and I bet pretty large, $100. Player to my left calls, leaving himself $87 behind, and the 2 other players fold. I don't see our opponent flatting here with a set or any 2 pair combos. All of those just get it all in on the flop with his stack size. The ace of spades is also on the board, so a naked flush draw is unlikely. I'm going to assume he has a lot of ace X holdings, and most of those we are way ahead of. Turn is the 6 of spades. Not the best card, but not a card that I think drills my opponent's holding. I put player all in for $87. He calls fairly quickly with ace of clubs, 8 of spades. Off to a river, that is the 4 of spades. That's a pretty tough run out for us, and fairly quickly I'm stuck $225. If I'm going to get called down for stacks with that weak of a holding, I decide it's beneficial to reload, adding on for $360. Now that our stack is back up to par and I am stuck, I play 8-9 suited, losing about $35 in total when we miss our draw. I know what you guys are thinking, like, geez, Jerry, you're only playing at spades? Nope, we're visiting other clubs. I'm going to do a whole bunch of reviews on all the Houston, Texas clubs, but for right now, I'm just trying to get the volume in, and let's get back into this action. Where the hell am I at? After some super nitty folds you can see me doing here, I am under the gun and I pick up ace-king offsuit. Sometimes I like to play these hands like ace-king and jack-jack, which either tend to flop a monster or are just completely dominated or flop nothing a little bit differently sometimes. So I go for the limp, hoping someone raises to 3-bet, repop it, and get it heads up, or at max 2 callers, giving me a better chance to win the hand if I don't hit something. After my limp, there is a raise on the button to $20 from a loose action player. The small blind calls the $20, and the big blind folds. Now it's on me, and I make it 100 to go. The button thinks for a few seconds before calling, and now the small blind folds. Heads up to a flop that comes 6-3-5 with 2 hearts. I was really hoping for some form of paint in case he has a small pocket pair and we can get away with a C-bet and take it down, but I do also make a slight blunder here by rechecking my cards. I've talked about this before in the past on my videos. I was rechecking to make sure I had the ace of hearts for the backdoor draw, and then I decide to go with a down bet here to $75, because if he did flop a set on this board, I'm trying to save some money and he will most likely raise us. The opponent looks quite confused by our down bet and thinks for some time before finally putting in the call. The turn comes the 10 of spades. I think this is a good card for me to actually jam all in. If opponent has small pocket pairs like 4s, 7s, 8s, or 9s, he's likely to fold. If he floated us with any ace highs at all, or king queen of hearts, or just one pair type hands, I think that he will fold here. I give it some thought, but ultimately decided to check. This is where I need Potato Poker to fill me in on what the solver says our percentage of bet and check should be. And now onto our opponent, who jams all in on us for $326. I think he has a lot of bluffs here, or very weak hands as this hand is played out. I tank forever, and I think if I'm going to be hero calling, I really don't think there's much difference here calling with ace-king high, or if I held a hand like ace-3 or deuces. The problem is I really eliminate a lot of bluffs here because I hold the ace of hearts. As I'm thinking though, he starts talking.
As
in a chance to win or a chance that I fold? Which one?
I have a chance to win.
After that table talk, I guess in the moment I thought he was weak. So I flick in the call. We run it twice. deuce on the top board, 5 on the bottom board. I do not hit a pair, and he says he has a pair of 8s. I roll my ace king, and we lose a pretty big pot hero calling here. In hindsight, and in general down here in Texas, I really don't see any real advantage to hero calling, but this is only my 5th session or so I am still very much adjusting. Clear mistake on my part here. Frustrated with the way I've run and my decision making at the table, I decided to take a break for a minute to clear my head and reload for $500. In case you're wondering about my health, I did eat today. I had some wonderful breakfast at this place called Sunflower Bakery and Cafe. It was delicious. I had a great time with the fam. We all enjoyed it. The very first hand upon my return with my new stack, I get dealt pocket aces. Let's go. Not too many players pay tons of attention to the game, but almost everyone notices when a player appears to be steaming and starts playing wild. To my advantage, there is a button straddle. The small blind calls. Now it's on me in the big blind. I elect to raise to $40. The older gentleman to my left calls, a man on the button calls, and the younger, very loose gentleman to our right calls. This hand is heating up quick. 4 ways to a flop that comes 5-4 jack with 2 clubs. The pot's $120, 1 check, and I bet $125. And I get a string all in that is ruled a call, so clearly the rest of his money's going in. The button folds, and now the younger gentleman to our right check raises all in, covering us. What a tough decision. Am I just running bad or in an insanely loose game? I can't decide at this point. Some quick reads here are the old man to my left can't fold 1 pair. He's the same guy that had ace-8 against us. I also saw him call under the gun pre-flop with king-3 offsuit after it was shown down. The young guy to my right, I saw him call a raise with jack-6 suited and go runner-runner for a full house. Add in the fact it's highly likely everyone at the table thinks I'm on tilt. After asking a few questions, the younger guy refuses to answer me. After my reads on each opponent and this guy acting like he doesn't want a call at all, I decide that I am going to make the call, and they both instantly pretty much want to run it twice. I go ahead and oblige them. They roll ace-9 of clubs and king-3 of clubs. Pretty great spot for me, and the run out comes. Take a moment, guys and gals, and smash that like button and that subscribe button. We need some run good. Yes, the future determines the past, so here we go. With 2 runouts, we fade all clubs and any runner our opponents could have win on us, and we scoop this massive 1.4K pot, and we are back, baby. Let's go. I'm going to set the scene for you guys. I want you to let me know in the comments below what you would have done in this hand. Not too many hands later, there's an under the gun straddle, and the player from the previous hand with king-3 of clubs and jack-6 diamonds, the young guy to our right, raises to 15. I look down at ace-queen, and clearly he's a target for our 3-bet as his range is so wide, so I make it 50. It folds all the way back around to him, and he rips it all in for a little under $400. Given the reads and plays so far from this player, would you call here? You gotta let me know in the comments. I think if this player is going to be playing wild and crazy, and after I've made adjustments for my own mistakes, I feel like I can pick a much better spot to get 125-ish big blinds. Even though I think we are way above his completely loose range, I decide on a fold just because I think there's a better spot. But what would you guys have done? Would you have called? I don't know. I'll make some more super nitty folds before. Sorry, I have to give you guys some bad news. I do apologize. I had to turn the camera off on my phone because my battery was dying. I didn't charge it very much. And the backup charger that I normally bring, I forgot to recharge it. So I apologize. I didn't get much footage this session, but we're in for 1,260 and out for 857 as I lost a big bomb pot for about $350, $400 when we flopped set on the top and another guy flopped set on the bottom. He ended up rivering the 1-outer on our board and we lost. So I will get you guys an update of the bankroll next video, and until then, check out this video and I'll see you guys next time.